challenges liquidated, you will find everybody looking at you. Your face will be shining. Your boss will not want to lose you. Colleagues will want to be around you. Anybody that has good intent will want to be associated with you. That is wisdom making the face to shine. It makes you come up from obscurity. And in Luke chapter 11 verse 27, wisdom was speaking. Jesus was wisdom. As he was speaking, the word was so permeating, so penetrating, so thrilling that the woman had to scream, "Blessed is the womb that bare you and the breast you sucked." That was what she had to scream. Blessed is your mother. What a favorable and favored woman she is. Because what you are a blessing to the generation. So your mom should be a woman that is glad and saying, "Thank God that out of me came this blessing to the generation." So Jesus, wisdom speaking, and then there was thrill all around. And in chapter 7 of John's Gospel, about 46, people that were sent to arrest him, they couldn't arrest him. They came back and said, "We have not heard any man speak like that." They were shocked. They were thrilled. They were arrested by the gracious words emanating from him. Wisdom. Wisdom gives you ability. Right. Wisdom. Could not. And then the young man from the gulag needed to be brought out. And he unlocked it and told him that those 7 fat cows are 7 years of plenty. Then 7 lean cows are 7 years of dirt, poverty, lack. And then the lean cows swallowing the fat cows means that during the 7 years of dirt or famine, all that was accomplished in the 7 years of plenty will be forgotten. How did he think and get it? It is wisdom. Wisdom. So it enables you to unlock. As the information is coming, wisdom is calculating and then issuing answers. And by the time you open your mouth, as you said, that is how it will be. In Daniel chapter 4, we find Nebuchadnezzar having a dream. In that dream, it was announced, cut down that big tree and leave a stump, and then use some iron, some pan to tie that stump down. Let grass grow. Let everything fall upon it. And lick it. It is wisdom. Wisdom will act like a computer in your system to give you interpretation. That is why you need wisdom. It unlocks complex issues. In 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 16, we have the case of Solomon. We read these cases every time from primary school. One of the cases you hear in the primary religious knowledge. Let's read it again in 1 Kings chapter number 3. I read from verse 16. 1 Kings chapter 3. From verse number 16. I died in the night because she overlaid it. And she arose at midnight, and when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son, which I did bear. And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. And this said no, and this said no, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spake before the king. Then said the king, the one said, This is my son that liveth, and thy son is the dead. And the other said, Nay, but thy son is the dead, and my son is the living. And the king said, wisdom was now acting. Wisdom has come into operation. And the king said, Bring me a sword. And they brought the sword before the king. And the king said, Divide the living child in two, and give half to the one and half to the other. Then spake the woman whose living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son. And she said, the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, let it be neither mine nor thine, but divide it. Then the king answered and said, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof. And all Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in him to do